Instructions are physical thing. I'm not in between. I'm not freedom of speech. Not freedom of speech. You know, that's constitutionally protected. 734.
You're being detained. Detained on your back.
Detained for what? Detained for what?
I'll explain that in a second.
I'm listening. What am I being detained for?
She knows and the cops know what they're doing too. This is a crazy story involving Hall of Famer Warren Sapp and current defensive line coach for Colorado. Look, weird scenario. I didn't really think I was going to be talking about police stuff in this college football channel, but it seems like some news has come out involving Hall of Famer Warren Sapp. Obviously, of course, Super Bowl champion with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a part of one of the most legendary eras of the University of Miami. He's a top-tier legend in the world of football and was kind of cast aside when he retired, dealing with issues and situations like that. Now, fast forward, now Colorado, and Deion Sanders, more importantly, gives Warren Sapp an opportunity to return to the game that he loves, and he pours his heart out, improving that Colorado defense overall. We're going to get into the stats and facts of that as well, because I'm not just going to let this be just a hearsay video talking about the craziness of Warren Sapp and him apparently suing the Florida Police Department for a $20 million wrongful arrest. No. We're going to give Warren Sapp his due and just desserts from coming from a NFL legend people had a lot of negative things to say about, to now an impactful man who's about to be also 20 million richer, it seems. So let's get into it. Report: Warren Sapp is suing a Florida Police Department for a $20 million after wrongful arrest. Now, NFL Hall of Famer, current Colorado assistant coach Warren Sapp is filing a $20 million suit against a police alleging a wrongful arrest last year in Oka, I can't pronounce that, Florida, according to a report from Fox 4. 6 minutes later. And of course, you know we got video, so let's hop right into the video.
How fast was he going?
I don't know.
That would be technical to talk about doubling, right? So talking about doubling the speed limit, right?
I don't know. She's writing the ticket.
No, I just heard her say that.
But I was I understand that. Like I said, with the amount of traffic, I'm trying to educate you, man. And
it's okay.
The amount of traffic that's coming
And show her we got this.
It's not double 35.
All gentlemen got this.
63 is what I got him on my
That's
radar.
not double
Go ahead
35.
and take it to court because it's
No, it's not double, but you were saying you're
But you're
doubling the
almost-
speed
but you're
limit.
almost
You didn't
like-
double it.
Okay, but you're
30, you
going
have a
over
mandatory
the speed limit.
I got that, but you said doubling the speed limit, and you didn't double the speed limit.
Okay, well,
There's
I
no
got
reason
it.
to exaggerate it when you got the
Well, I
number.
got it, and I wrote for what I got.
I got you, but you said out your mouth
No,
doubling
I
the
said
speed
what I
limit.
said, but I didn't write them for double. Then I wrote them for
No,
what I
but
got.
what you're saying is incorrect.
But just for future reference, through this
She's
time,
like to be
it's
correct,
35.
that's
When you
all.
go over the oversight.
Factual. Hold on, I'll stop at what? No, they do what? You telling me to do what? What do you mean? Stop what? I'm dead at serious.
Want to go to jail today?
Dead at serious.
Obstruction.
Obstruction is a physical thing. I'm not in between. Obstruction is a physical thing. You do know that, right? You do know that, right? Obstruction is a physical thing. What did I do that physically obstructed?
Doing her job.
What did I physically do? It's a physical action. Obstruction is a physical action. Not freedom of speech. Not freedom of speech. You know, that's constitutionally protected, right? Yeah, that's right. What's your name of that number? 588. What's your name of badge number? What's your name of badge number?
What's your name?
What's your name of badge number?
Criminal Fair, 734.
Boom. 734.
You're being detained. Detained on your back.
Detained for what?
I'll take that.
Detained for what? What am I being detained for? What am I being detained for? What am I being detained
I'll
for?
explain that in a second.
I'm listening. What am I being detained for? Please record. What am I being detained for?
Everybody back up. Back up.
No, hey.
Back up.
Everything's rolling. I got you. I gotta hold it. Hold on, brother.
A few more units this way.
I'm not resisting. I'm just testing you. Why you gotta grab me like that?
I'll explain that in a second.
No, you're applying force right now. What the hell's going on? During the investigation, I have to do something.
He was recording. He was recording. He was
That's
recording.
freedom of speech. That's a constitutional.
Hey, I have not seen this video yet. Warren Sapp is just like me for real. He's an asshole. He's an instigator. That's awesome. Okay. The reason why I was laughing is because it sounds like some shit I was. That sounds like, oh my God. He just started messing with that woman. I'm not. Look, we're not here. We're not here to be meanie bomeenies, fanana fana fonfinis, right? So the cops are being cops, right? And this is why we don't like cops. They're trying to, whatever, being whatever. So something that I used to love to do. I did this specifically to refs. In Atlanta, we had a playoff game. If y'all want that story, that's a good time. But I love antagonizing people who have power because it's very funny. Now, is it a smart thing to do? No, it's very dumb as a big black man to antagonize a bunch of white officers because you saw what the end result is. Now, thank the Lord that everybody films everything because obviously he didn't do anything wrong. He was just being an asshole. And he was being an asshole. And this is why I said this is me. I'm not going to be an asshole to you unless you mess with me, right? So if y'all going to waste my time. Look, I'm not sure. I live around Atlanta, right? This is a very common thing that cops do when it comes to these like groups of cars. Now, sometimes the cars can be a little crazy, but it's clear what they do. They see a bunch of fast cars, the cameras, all this stuff. They come and they start harassing them. They always arrest somebody. I don't know how you think every single time somebody gets arrested, but every single time they're going to arrest somebody. Even if you're doing the speed limit, they don't like this stuff. They do cause problems, but at the end of the day, the police likes to antagonize them very much a lot. So that's what this is. This is very common. I know what's going on here. But that's why I started laughing because I'm going to keep going. He could have stopped. Nah, y'all want to be smart. Now, this is not smart. I don't recommend you, especially if you're a black male. I would never do this to a cop because cops are a little. I'm not a Hall of Famer defensive lineman. I'm 5'11", so I'm not. I don't think I'm as bold as Warren Sapp. I did it to referees. Okay, I made small little jokes. Do not do this. This is a very dangerous thing. But I think it's gonna result in Warren Sapp getting money because, as you saw, he didn't do nothing. He was just asking questions. He was being annoying. He was being an asshole, but he wasn't doing or impeding on what they were doing. He just asking questions. He asking questions. I mean, y'all don't want a loud person to be loud in this group. Take your conversation over there. Then you're in a circle of 7,000 people. You're like, whoa, he's kind of being annoying. Everybody's talking. You just mad because he's talking to you. You're mad because he's making y'all sound silly and he's asking y'all dumb questions because y'all are doing dumb things, right? So you want to exaggerate. Oh, you're doing 60. You're doing double the speed limit, right? And look, to be honest with you, 30, and plus, what's it called? Is it double? No, but I mean, we're slicing hairs here. Everybody's just being a butt right now. And Warren Sapp gives that back. I think that is so funny that they decided to arrest him because arrest him for what? Okay, that's great. This is a phenomenal video. He's gonna get paid. I only saw the comments and people were just like, oh yeah, you're getting paid. I'm like, why do people keep saying that? It's because, I mean, that was too easy. Y'all fell for it. Sorry about it. Okay, so let's continue reading. And now that we've watched the video, because I introed it, I'm gonna re-intro this part because I'm probably gonna cut that because I just didn't. That was awesome. Warren Sapp is hilarious. We're gonna talk about this, but at the end of us talking about this story, I want to highlight the amazingness that Warren Sapp has brought to the Colorado team. A lot of negative things have been said about Warren Sapp. He's had a certain type of representation over the few years, with money problems, XYZ, and being out of the NFL, right? And I think he's a story of a testament that you can be down, but if you're great, you're gonna be a great. If you're a part of that elite Miami squad, you're gonna have greatness in you. If you're a part of a Super Bowl winning Tampa Bay squad, you're going to have greatness with you. He's taken that greatness and injected into Colorado in a place and space that a lot of people thought he was down. And now he's about to be $20 million richer. Warren Sapp is an NFL Hall of Famer. Having spent 13 years in the league with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Sapp ended his career by spending his last 4 seasons with the Oakland Raiders. During his playing days, Sapp won a Super Bowl with the Bucs. He was also nominated the NFL Defensive Player of the Year in 1999 while making the first team All-Pro. Sapp spent 2 seasons as a second team All-Pro while he reached the NFL Pro Bowl 7 different times. He has been named to both NFL 1990s and 2000s All-Decade teams following his days. Warren Sapp has gotten into coaching. It's something he didn't necessarily envision, but something he said he really likes now that he's doing it. He spent 2024 serving as a senior quality control assistant on Deion Sanders' staff at Colorado. For someone that never wanted to do this, I'm really addicted to this right now, Sapp said during training camp. The babies have really given me a purpose, and I'm enjoying it. Colorado had a strong season under Sapp's watch watchful eye. The Buffaloes went 9-4 overall and were in contention for the Big 12 title appearance right up until the final weekend of the regular season. Now, I do want to, we have to be very specific because I don't want to give too much credit to them. It's a two-man in the it's coach Damian Lewis is the official defensive line coach. So when I give these accolades, understand that it's a joint venture. Warren Sapp is an assistant coach. He is not the defensive line coach, but by all intents and purposes, he's the assistant defensive line coach. I mean, he's a Hall of Fame defensive lineman. That's where they want him. That's where he has his most input. And you see him the involvement is what me. It doesn't matter that he's just an assistant head coach. The involvement that he gives is amazing. This actually has some stats here. So I'm so happy this has stats. So people praise Colorado's transfer portal moves, but few mention the coaching ads that have powered Colorado's. One is Warren Sapp. Last year, the Bucs were 65th in the nation in sacks. This season, they are 9th in run defense. Is ranked 29 spots higher this season. So there has been an immediate and large impact felt by Warren Sapp. And let's see what that looks like. And I really want you to see that. Look, he is dedicated. A lot of people clowned him too. I remember people clowning this hire a lot and calling Deion Sanders, oh, you're just going to, accrue a bunch of washed NFL players. And now we sit here with an improved defense. The defense was the shining part of Colorado, at least the most improved part. They had a real deal defense that at times they were getting put in bad spots by the offense. But we'll go deeper into that on another day. Let's hear Warren Sapp talk about it.
For someone that never wanted to do this, I am really addicted to it right now. The babies are really giving me a purpose in life, and I'm enjoying it.
Did you get here?
You know what? When me and Prime was first talking about it, and it never dawned on me until the babies got to me. When I was in the hot tub, trying to get my hip right, just to work with them a little bit, it flooded me. And they were reaching and grabbing and asking questions. And I've worked with pros that'll get my phone number and tell me they're coming to Miami and my house is a mile and a half from where they work out, and they'll never call. These kids called me 5:30 in the morning. Hey, Coach, you gonna come watch tape with me?
All right, man. I'm gonna get sappy, man. I know. I yelled. Sappy Warren Sapp. I know I yelled about Warren Sapp being silly and messing with those cops because I would do that, and I love that he did that. But I'm also gonna get sappy and talk about this is what I see from Warren Sapp and people who don't play football or at least haven't been a part of football teams. Like, you might not recognize what I'm looking at, right? If you're just someone who crunches numbers and looks at stats, right, it's easy to say, oh, Warren Sapp's a little melodramatic. He's a little this, he's a little that. Like, you don't understand what that means to be a young man and to look across the table or across the hot tub in this case and see one of the most dominant defensive linemen to ever put a pair of cleats on. I don't want that understated. Warren Sapp redefined and was a part of a wave that redefined the position of the defensive tackle. He was a man that could play everything from the 0 all the way out to the 5 technique if you needed him to play it. I mean, I probably wouldn't put him at a 5, but you know what I'm saying? So the ability to attack from different ways, the ability to play nose all the way out to true 3. Now, they did play, if I'm not mistaken, they put a 43 with a lot of Tampa too. Not the point. The point is an absolute dog menace and a problem when it comes to not just the physicals, but the technique when it comes to dominating the man across from you at the defensive line position. So this wealth of knowledge that is sitting here, for some reason, some people don't want to tap into it. Right. And the fact that he got that ignition, right? And I know what he says, pouring out and reaching, and it might sound weird, but I know what he's talking about, right? Sometimes things click, right? And it's just like, oh, this is what that feeling is, right? This is what's drawing me towards something, right? And it makes me feel good that somebody who has that much passion for this and clearly this much care for it is around some young men that can hopefully he can instill that too. Because there's a lot of negative stuff going around in college football. There's a lot of NIL, this and that, and we can say this and talk about the kids and new generation. But how many of y'all are pouring back into that new generation? Shout out to Warren Sapp. Get your money, dog. $dollar bills. I'll see y'all next time, man. Like the video if you like it. Dislike if you don't like it. Subscribe if you enjoy college football content. We'll see you next time.